Virginia, did you want to speak? Okay, Virginia Peschke. You know that you have, do I have to tell you? 3 minutes, and after 2, I'm going to cut you off.
I'll do my best.
Okay.
Virginia Peschke, 9901 Hidden Lane, Bull Valley. Most people think I'm a pretty patient person. A girl that went to school with my daughter from first grade through high school one time said to Susan, "Does your mother ever get mad?" And she thought a minute and she said, "Well, if somebody stands up in front of her at a Bears game and she can't see the play." So I've been reading a lot in the paper about the 708 board, and I've been seeing what the comments have been made, and I kept thinking I should say something, and then, no, they'll catch on. Then another month went by, and I thought, well, they're pretty smart people, they'll catch on. And then I read this, and I said, okay, I've had it. I have to say something. Every article that has appeared in the Herald has one sentence in it. It's actually a paragraph. And it talks about critics accusing the Mental Health Board of becoming a bureaucracy that spends millions in property tax revenue that should be given directly to the agencies as it was created by voter referendum to do. That's false. It's absolutely false. So, use your delete button, wipe that out. That's false. I will give you the cut and paste of what the truth is. The truth is that the Mental Health Board was created to manage the mental health system in McHenry County, and they do it superbly. People move here because of the fine system that we have. People from other areas of the country, and I've spoken to many, will tell you how good our system is. And even the recipients will come in March, usually when they have their meeting, and tell you how wonderful the services that they've received have helped them. And so you say, well, okay, then why are these people always carping about why can't we have more money? Why shouldn't they give us more money? That's their job to do that. I tell HUD the same thing. I tell the federal government, give me more money and I can save more homes. I could save 500, 1,000 homes if you give me $500,000. But they're not going to do that because they have other fish to fry. Same thing with the Mental Health Board. The job of the agencies is not to manage the system. They are the instrument that the board uses to deliver services. And they've added new services for autistic children and for some other things like getting people from the hospital to psychiatric services. Those are the kind of things that they actually are set to do. And the second thing, which says here, report backs Mental Health Board critics. That's false. It doesn't prove anything. The Mental Health Board said that they spent 6% on administration, and they were talking about salaries and benefits. And we all know that's the big expenditure, and that is what most people think of as administration. If you add in all the other things, all the building and so forth, which they need to administer the program, then it comes to 17%. I've been in the not-for-profit business for 30 years, and some of you don't know this, but along with the 990, which is the federal income tax form, you have to file an AG report to Lisa Madigan in the state of Illinois, and it asks you, what did you make, what did you spend, what are your programs, what did you spend on programs, and what did you spend on administration and fundraising. Down at the very bottom, there's a line that says, and what percentage did you spend on administration and fundraising? If it's 20%, that is acceptable by the federal government. Anything under 20% is good. So if somebody stands and says, boy, did you see this? They're spending 17% on themselves. You say, yeah, that's good. So don't be misled. So when somebody stands in front of you and obscures the truth from you about what is the purpose of the Mental Health Board, you tell them just what I tell them at the Bears game. Sit down, you're in my way, I can't see the game. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Kaler?
Yes, I'd like to specifically thank Ms. Peschke for the comments that she made during the public comment session. I think it's important to know what the facts really are, and she really pointed them out. I would request that we get a transcript of those comments so that we have those to be able to use when we're talking to some of our constituents. And it's noticeable that the chairwoman of that committee's not here, so she may want to see those.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I would assume Ms. Peschke would, if she, did you write them out, or?
We have them on tape, so
Oh, we've
they
got them
can
on
be
tape.
transcribed.
Okay. Linda's going to help us out.
Thank you, Linda.